And we're back. Hey everybody, so we're here for the penultimate episode of Badlands. So a lot of exciting stuff happening today. Last time we ended off with getting kind of Minerva and Thomas back to the Clark estate. And the idea was to restore Minerva's sort of soul stone that had been fractured and scattered through time, which is why she's been blinking in and out of existence for all these different timelines. And doing so, though, there was a side effect, and everyone once again ended up in Sari's mind. And that is where Minerva and Thomas were able to confirm that things in there are starting to break down, and basically that body can't handle having Alice, Maria, and the Sari personalities all sort of artificially crammed in there. So, yeah, that's kind of where we left off, was realizing, well, all three of them can't stay here. So today we're gonna see how that resolves. Before we do that, though, we'll do introductions real quick. We'll start with Rowan. Tell us a little bit about your character, and then where we can find you on the internet, and feel free to throw links into the chat.
In that order, or the other order?
Any order, doesn't matter.
All the orders, okay. So first I play Vinny, and I'm Rowan. And I'm Rowan, and I play Vinny. There we go. Anyways, so I'm Rowan North. I'm a freelance illustrator and art educator. You can find my work at rowannorthillustrations.org, and once I am done explaining myself, I will go ahead and post that in the chat. I play Vinny. Vinny is a renegade type character. Very, antisocial and dark and brooding and emotional, and you know the type. He is the brother of Maria. Yeah.
All right. And down below Rowan here on the screen, we would normally have Gwen. Gwen unfortunately had to stay late at work. It was one of those unavoidable situations, and so unfortunately she can't join us tonight. She normally plays Joan and Alenia, however, Alenia being the sort of as close as you could get to a druid in this kind of game, I would say. Very nature-oriented, uses animal summoning magic. Joan is pretty much the polar opposite, very academic-minded, and we actually had to kill Joan last time, which was interesting.
Had to?
Well, she was
probably
basically defecting while carrying Sari along. So, yeah, there were some dramatic developments. Joan was killed.
She got better.
I know. She was shot and killed and got better. Because of, as Ping puts it, more time fuckery.
Yeah.
So anyways, she's back, but unfortunately Gwen can't join us, so Alenia and Joan will probably just be taking sort of a back seat in the story, since Gwen's not here to play. But yeah, that's Gwen. You can find her on Twitch and Twitter as Potato Hallow. Shout out here in chat for that. There you go. Yeah, and then we'll head over to Judy here as Ping. Tell us a little bit about your character.
I play Ping, and Ping is a scientist and doctor, but she doesn't have eyes. She's very blind. That hasn't really stopped her. But currently in Sari's mind, escape thing, she has eyes and can see and hates it so much. Because she has no context for anything. But yeah, Ping tries to do the right thing most of the time, but will shoot children full of ketamine.
Yes. Perfect. All right, and then we'll hop down to Tamaka. Great.
Hi, I'm Riley. I play Sari, which also includes Alice and Maria, Vinny's sister. So, and that's like has been said. That's like where we are right now. We're like inside this mind of all of my personalities. So, yeah, you can find me. I am an crochet designer. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll write that in the chat. So.
All right, awesome. Let's jump right in. So everybody left off in that mindscape. I think all of our players are still there, but we're that. So yeah, you're still in here. Things are starting to break down. You're hearing noises. You saw a crack happen in the sky, and you're realizing that you can't have Alice, Maria, and Sari all in the same body, seeing as Maria and Alice are two whole, unique people, and Maria was artificially put into this mind, along with Sari, who's an artificial person, essentially. So, yeah, let's jump right back in where we were. Vinny, I think Thomas had just said that, yeah, we can't have all three of them in here.
If I remember correctly, I didn't hear you say that the game had ended.
Oh, that's right. You were still like, okay, well, I'm going to do this, and...
Felt real stupid, no big deal.
That was kind of funny.
For you, maybe. Okay, so we have Maria and Alice and Sari, right?
Yep, all three are present.
Okay, I'm going to do what I did last time, and Vinny is actually going to go talk to Alice.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Sorry, I just had to move Roll20 so that you can actually see the cameras without them freezing when I switch back and forth between Roll20 and Meet. I got it working. Oh, sorry, continue.
Okay. So yeah, Vinny goes and kind of kneels next to Alice, and I asked Alice, like, I'm gonna go straight with the wording I said last time. It's like, Alice, are you okay here?
What do you mean?
I mean, if, say, you're able to actually sleep, and play with other children for forever, you wouldn't have to be trapped here. Would you be okay?
You're saying this, Minerva kind of leans over to Thomas, and she's trying to be quiet, but you can totally overhear her. Is he talking about her dying? Or... It's like, yeah, I think so.
He flashes them a look like, shut the fuck up, both of you. This is important.
Bad words! Question.
Well, he doesn't actually say that.
Can Alice hear them? Minerva and
Yes, Alice can hear. It's quiet, but they were not quiet enough, and they both just sort of start whistling, doing the like I'm being casual and nonchalant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
You. He gives like this long, suffering look at Minerva and Thomas.
Minerva's just trying really hard not to make eye contact.
It's like, you assholes. Okay. It's like, you're not. Alice, can you tell me about your family before you ended up here?
No.
Do you not remember them?
I remember her, and she points to Maria. She plays with me.
What if there were other children for you to play with, and you wouldn't have to be alone any longer?
I don't want to die.
It's like, what if I told you you were already dead and in limbo? But and that's why you've been alone for so long.
Quick question. How old is... So Alice... Was she 13 when this happened, or...
Alice is roughly the same age as her body, which I think we said was about 12, 13, somewhere around. That's what we had said. So, yeah, Alice is the same age as her body.
And
So this whole thought is kind of scary to her.
Catholicism...
They have heaven.
Catholicism was around during Alice's lifetime.
Yeah, Catholicism is still around in this
I think
age.
that's one of those that are like impossible to get rid of.
Yeah. It's like a bad stain.
No, I'm not in limbo. I can't be in limbo. I was a good girl. I didn't say the naughty words. I got baptized. I'm not in limbo.
Vinny reaches out and gives her a big hug, and he says, "You are a good girl. Unfortunately, a bad man put you here, and I want to get you out."
That Minerva kind of leans over again, and Minerva kind of leans over to Thomas again and goes, "Isn't this her body? Am I confused, or am I remembering this right?" And Thomas just
He casts. Yeah, Vinny gives him another death glare, like, "I will shoot both of you, I swear to God."
And Ping just says, "Can you guys just not?
Yeah,
They're
please, shut up.
Please, just stop."
Minerva does reply back, and she goes, "Well, I mean, you should probably be honest with her about what's really going on."
I mean, sure, but is this your family? It's not your little sister? Let them figure it out. You're fine. You're nosy.
You nosy. Listen to the blind woman.
Yeah, I hear everything.
I want to stay here, and I want to play with Maria and Sari.
Okay.
So as you're having this conversation and talking, and it's the debate back and forth, you hear a loud thunder crashing kind of noise. And you look up at the sky and it starts to look like this. It's getting darker, the colors are becoming unsaturated. And can't really say for sure how you know this, but you can tell that this is a sign that things are continuing to break. So there's like starting to be signs of some brain damage.
It's like, okay, then you can stay here. But remember that you did everything right. And he gets up and then he goes over to Maria. And he asks her, it's like, are you okay to go?
Go where?
Back home.
I don't know.
I'm not saying that everything will be the same or that things will return to normal. I'm saying I've spent all my life looking for you, and if it doesn't make you happy, then I want you to be happy, but I need you.
Vinny, what are you asking me?
Will you come back home with me? Only one of you can go.
It's not. Vinny, I'm dead.
Your life was stolen from you. As far as I'm concerned, all three of you are gone, but one of you has a chance again. And what happened to you was not fair, and I made you wait for so long, and I owe it to you.
But what happened to Alice wasn't fair either.
No. But I can't exactly bring her either. And she wants to stay here. And I think after this, wherever she goes, it will be way more peaceful than being stuck alone. I can't say I still believe in God, but she does.
I can't.
Are you saying you do not want to?
No, I don't. I'm not gonna take her life.
I was moving.
But then you're gone. And I can't handle that.
As Vinny says that, working sounds. And I'm trying to remember, the end of last session, had Vinny already...
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
He thought about it, but then there was a big but before that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, gotcha. That's right. Okay, just checking. So yeah, you're definitely hearing things that tell you time is of the essence.
Maria.
I'm not staying here. I'm sorry, Vinny. But I don't have a life.
We can make a new life. It doesn't... I don't have a life either.
Not like this.
What's Sari doing during all this?
Okay. Sari, how close is she? Are they all like right next to each other?
Yeah, basically like all three of you are next to each other in the backyard, not like shoulder to shoulder, but you touch each other. How close you are.
So Sari is. Please, Finny. Please, Finny, take me. Take me. I want to live.
Vinny turns to Sari and says, "Are you going to run off with him?"
Finny, I just want to live.
He thinks about this for a moment.
You said you'd protect me too.
I did. And he thinks, and he turns to Sari, and then he offers his hand to Sari.
Sari is gonna take his hand.
And then he turns back to Maria. Damn it! Fuck you guys.
So you may not have seen it. I did post "Is everyone okay?" in chat, just verbally checking, is everyone okay?
I'm okay, but I'm crying.
Okay.
He said,
Stop making Vinny feel things.
and me feel things, darn it.
Yeah, God. What's wrong with you people?
That she agrees with you, apparently.
So then Vinny turns to Maria and says, "I did promise. And you're right." And then he hugs her. And says, "I am so sorry that I wasn't able to save you."
So Maria's gonna hug him really tight, and she's going to whisper to him, "I know, Vinny, and it's okay. I know you tried to come and get me. I know. I love you."
I love you too. And then he turns to Alice and says, "Be good." And he opens a portal, still holding Sari's hand.
As you go to the portal, give me.
Okay, hold on. Stuff's in the way again.
No.
That's
Did you
not
use-
20.
Okay.
There you go.
So, open a portal, and it does appear. It's flickering, and you notice that kind of just gets cast against thin air. There's no surface. Just opens up in thin air, but the air around the portal is cracking, almost as if instead of it being a three-dimensional space, the fabric of reality around it is starting to crack.
Okay. He looks at the others like, "Well, are we going or not?"
I'm good. We can go, please.
And he steps through.
As you step through, it starts to flicker more. Cracks get wider. And there's a bright flash of light. So ping, very weird experience for you, because it's a blinding flash of light. And then Alice, Maria, and Sari, you also kind of, it's like blinding flash of light, which is a little more painful for you. It's happening in your brain. And Alinea and Joan are experiencing the same thing. When you all sort of are able to see again, not in Kansas, a place that looks like this. And
Yeah, it's too
all
hilly
of
to be Kansas.
So you're all here, and yeah, Alice, Maria, and Sari, all three of you are here with everyone. Quick sight roll. And ping.
Are my eyes gone?
Nope. Still
Ugh.
see.
Ah.
20.
Okay.
$36.
Holy crap.
Did you
Negative-
forget how good his rolls are?
-5.
-5.
Okay. I forgot you have all the negatives on site.
Yeah. I have -14 sight.
So, to the Sari Trinity over here, you and Vinny both see a path that goes down through the hills. There's a clear trail. There's a sign. It's a wooden sign. It's like a rectangle with a little arrow pointer on the end of it, and it's pointing down the trail. And there used to be something written on it. You can tell, but it's so weathered and worn, and the wood's kind of cracking apart that you can't read it. But it definitely isn't clear to go that way. For Ping, you also see this. However, you have zero idea what it means. It's like trying to read Russian when you only know English. You're like, I have no idea what this is.
Well, realistically, I wouldn't until I touched it, so yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, that is what you all experience. What do you do?
Vinny looks around like, so we're still in her mind? What the heck? So, Vinny's gonna roll gut feeling. That is a 20.
So
A dirty 20.
have a not great feeling about your situation. Not quite like dread and panic, but you still feel like your spidey senses are tingling. You'll sense danger, and you glance over at Ping and notice that Ping still has eyes. And Alice, Maria, and Sari are all standing here, so you're pretty darn sure that you're still inside the brain.
And he actually looks at Sari Trio, I guess is what we're calling them now.
Sari
and is
Sari
like,
T.
What's... And he's like, what's this?
Sari cubed.
It's so pretty! Alice is just gonna kind of like run and like twirl in the flowers.
Perfect.
Hmm.
And then Sarah, you do have a little bit of insight. All three of you know this is part of your mind, and basically broken out of the little construct that Xander created inside this girl's mind, and you're actually out into a weird visual representation of open thoughts. So you're in a different part of the mind.
Okay.
Ugh. Okay. Well, Vinny shakes his head and looks at Sari like, are you still okay? Are you still sure? And I guess, yeah.
to live? Yes, I'm sure.
All right. And he tries to open another portal. That's a pretty good one too. That is 24.
Go to a portal, and it starts to form. As soon as you do, though, Sari, Alice, and Arya, all three have just the worst splitting headache ever.
Ah! Ah, make it stop! And they're all like screaming in unison. Make it stop!
And Vinny, your gate looks weird. It doesn't look like it normally does. It's like a different color. It's more square shaped instead of oval shaped like it usually. You can tell that there's something wrong.
Okay, quick gut feeling. Because, I mean, the whole goal is to get out of here. That is 20.
You can tell that trying to use the gate here. The best way to describe this, it's like her mind is rejecting. This is like a foreign object.
Okay.
So her mind is fighting against what you're trying to do to get out, and it's hurting her.
All right, and Vinny doesn't know if there's a better way.
You have a feeling like you should probably stop.
Okay. Okay, he closes the portal.
Okay. And all three of you get better. Fine. Speaking of feeling fine, everyone give me a discipline check.
5.
Okay.
8.
Good job.
Thanks.
Okay. And then Vinny?
That is 15. 15.
Okay. So, Sarah, you're going to drop down to 4 points. Vinny, you go up to 2. And Pang, you're going to stay at 1. But there's no
Thanks.
negative effects that seem to happen. Aside from Sarah, your points go down by 1. But you don't see any new weird stuff. Okay. So, you had this conversation. Gate didn't seem to work. What do you want to try now?
Okay, well, Vinny looks at the sign, shrugs, and starts heading that way.
Are Minerva and Thomas still with us?
They are. They're just sort of like
Okay, I was just making sure.
leaving it up to the girls and Vinny as to what they want to do. So, yeah, they're going to follow the party, basically. Minerva, Thomas, Anya, and Joan are sort of holding up the rear and following everybody else. Assume the trio and Ping follow.
Yep.
So, I'll walk through this little rolling hill and mountainous trail. It goes on for a really long time. As you walk through, very odd thing just off the trail. You actually see horn at one point with like rainbow mane.
Yeah.
He kind of like rolls his eyes and looks at Alice like, I know this is you.
Ping is confused. On
Yeah,
so many levels.
I bet. No
Alice will like go and
context.
pet the unicorn and like, oh, you're so beautiful.
As Alice sort of
Does
steps
that
off the
dwarf have cancer?
What?
as
Bone cancer?
No. What?
as Alice steps off the trail to pet the unicorn, nothing seems to happen. You just walk a little bit off the trail, pet the unicorn. It's very friendly, and you're able to come back to the trail no problem. You see other basically pleasant things. Um, you know, fuzzy animals. See, you spot a water park off in the distance across one of the hills. Now one of the hills, like this mountain of ice cream, and just every pleasant, happy thing that you could think of. It's kind of what you see as you walk down the trail.
What the? You know, Vinny actually says this out loud. It's like, is this like some sort of Satan temptation? Crap. He looks at Alice.
Is this literal hell?
I believe this is heaven to someone. And he looks at Alice again.
Thomas kind of does chime in at this point and goes, I don't think it's heaven or hell. I think we're just in the pleasant memories part of whoever's mind.
Yes, because Alice has memories of unicorns.
And mountains of ice cream.
And yes.
Well, memories, fantasies, I don't know. I'm not actually a psychologist. That's my best guess.
Ugh.
Kind of pauses and goes, I think even if I was a psychologist, I don't think there's a university course for this magic stuff.
You don't say.
Yeah, so
Remember the Miskatonic?
Oh.
And buddies that went to
okay.
university there. It's nuts.
He just is like, yeah,
They
the
throw
trail.
the best ragers though.
Yeah, I really went to those.
Oh, at Miskatonic, they come to you.
Oh dear. And hi, Jared.
He had to pee.
It seemed like. Yeah. So you see the trail continue on for. Best guess is maybe another couple miles. It's all relative, being that you're not physically here, so to speak. Here isn't physical. But you do see the trail goes on for a little ways. Going?
Yeah. Honestly, Vinny doesn't see a better option. I'm assuming he's still holding on to Sari's hand, by the way.
And does Maria, Alice, or Sari, do you continue to run off to things that you see, or you stay on the trail?
Alice is going to kind of go to things every once in a while, and Maria is very solemn and just walking along, and then Sari is just looking at everything very curiously, like, and she kind of like she never like fully like runs away or tries to run away from Vinny, but she'll kind of like pull as far as their arms will let them, so she can like get closer looks at things. And that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, then after a while, head down the trail, and it's relatively uneventful. See more stuff and fantasies. All seems to be good. Eventually, you come across a stream. That looks. Oh, and roll recognize. Yeah, you just see this stream, and the trail kind of ends here, but you can see a little sort of rabbit trail that kind of goes right alongside the stream and ruins of structures. Um, Kind of hard to tell what they might have been at one point. Some concrete and stones, things like that, remnants of wall or something.
Mario. Sorry.
No problem.
So Maria's interest has finally peaked, and so she's going to go get a closer look at the structures. Alice, on the other hand, is not interested at all, and she's gonna kind of like hide back behind Vinny.
Okay.
Sari's curious.
All right.
Ping is hearing water, so she assumes that this is water.
Yeah.
Ping's gonna drink some.
Interesting.
Don't drink the brain water. What?
Well, I'm brain tired from brain walking in the brain valley, so I'm gonna drink the brain water.
I'm pretty sure that's like spinal fluid. It could be spinal fluid.
Well,
like
I've
Vinny's
drank that
so.
before too. Okay, so
What the
calm down.
fuck?
Alice just kind of pinches Vinny.
Hey.
If she
Oh my gosh. So a
He kind of
discipline
like
roll.
does a small slap of the hand, like stop.
A
Ping.
discipline roll?
Ping, yeah. Discipline roll.
Fuck.
that is an accurate and reasonable response to that.
Oh god. 15.
Okay. So thankfully you don't lose sanity. Already at
Yay.
1. But it tastes like blood.
That's fine.
Like not just like straight blood. It feels like water in your mouth and
Right.
tastes like water, but it's like it was like a half water, half blood cocktail. Kind of what it's disgusting.
Okay, I spit it out. Spinal fluid tastes better.
I'm morbidly curious how Ping would know.
Don't ask. Don't ask.
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to.
So, who was it
It
that
was
ran?
a cup of something, I guess, but she's blind. She just knew it was in her cup.
Yep.
Okay. So, who was it that ran up to?
Maria.
So, all can kind of go in. And, you can either follow or just kind of watch. Structure. A little bit closer at it, and you can see handprints for the crumbling wall and pieces of concrete, and some of them are a little bit red, some of them of brown, and you can tell that brown ones are dried blood. It's very.
Ho, nat 20.
Nice. So yeah, you oddly enough are somehow comforted by dark side, and you go back up to 5. Yeah. So kind of notice that this direction is the only way to go, other than back from where. Um.
Okay.
25.
15.
All right, so sense that whatever's up ahead, it's not gonna unicorns and or like bloody handprints.
And um hmm. All right. So here's what Vinny is going to do. Vinny actually pauses and then crouches over at Alice and says, "Do you want to go and play?"
Yes, but I don't want to be alone.
Hmm.
Can we ask one of those friendly hobbits we saw back there if they can take me?
Uh, he actually pauses and then looks at Maria and says, "Will you go with her?"
Maria just nods and rushes past Vinny to grab Alice's hand and is like, "Come on, Alice, let's go play." She kind of looks back at Vinny really sad and then just continues back with Alice.
Okay. And then with that, Vinny takes Sari's hand again and continues forward.
Walking along. The further you get past that point, you start to notice roots in the wall.
Hmm.
The further you get, the more of them you see, the more water starts to take a red color. And investigate that more if you'd like. Or try to push.
No. Vinny would rather push forward.
I'll pass. I already know what it tastes like.
All right. Going along this out wider. Water starts to run faster, and after a while, it's just straight red. Still looks like water, but it's as far as like viscosity, but it's blood red. And popping up the darker. Start to hear I recognize actually. Start to hear it's sort of wet, raspy.
Balls. 8. No,
Ping
6.
Ping be like, "Stop."
19.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, I'm still at 1.
Good job. Okay, hold on. Where's my character sheet? There it is. I found it. That is 17.
To Sari was 8.
6.
6.
Hold on. Okay, wait. When you said it would go up to 2, Vinny was at 4 before. Somebody else was at 0.
It was me.
I think so was Alinea. Vinny was relatively fine. He had just barely started losing sanity.
According to notes.
Yeah, because I don't remember him losing sanity that bad, no.
But, drop down.
To 4.
Drop down again. Might be. I remember you having a couple of nat ones on. Drop fast. Call it a 2. So, say,
Alright, that sounds fair.
Sari, starting to feel comfortable. A little unnaturally cold. Start here. Dark wood. Tapping. Hard to understand. Out of the something in the dark wood. Come to them. Darkness.
So Sari is going to point towards the darkness and say, "We need to go that way."
Why was it I figured you'd say that?
And all you really some wet breathing.
Grandpa's at you.
It's like, I trust you. And he heads that way.
Just last words. Okay,
Ping will follow, I guess.
Everybody else is tagging along. So as you go deeper into the darkness, unsurprisingly, it gets darker. Eventually you get to a point where you can't really see anything. A little bit different this time. So, either discipline, if you fail the roll, have a chance of losing, or naturally, see if you figure out kind of where you're at and where you can't tell which way you came from and which way.
Okay, so discipline, you said?
Discipline. Succeed, then you'll be able to find your direction based on just willpower, essentially. If you fail, you lose sanity. Or
Oh,
you
joy.
you can try to do naturalist, survival type situation. Track. Path back.
Let's see. 3 versus 11. 3 versus 11. Yeah, no. I'm going with the 11, so discipline. And that is 23.
Okay. So you can kind of get a good sense of where you came from. As you sort of turn back to try to see your way through, you start feeling this cold, wet, slimy finger back of your neck. All of you do. And that heavy breathing gets louder and just right in your ear.
He just goes, "Oh, fuck off."
All right. Vinny, you
Oh, great.
feel those fingers wrap around your start to not enough to harm you, but it's definitely going to soon.
He's going to um pull his combat knife out of his belt and stab behind him. Yeah. Cause nope, you don't like that. And that is now that's the weight of it. That is a 30.
Okay. So, whatever it is behind you, um, then Sari suddenly have this uncontrollable giggle. Uh, the sort of dark, ice cold, slimy suction on your ice being pulled further in that direction.
Oh, good. Can he roll a strength check to pull his hand out and his knife out?
On your next turn, yes.
Okay.
Do you want to say anything? Try to move? I guess if you're going to try to retrieve the knife, you would. But you still have, you can still talk.
He looks at Sari like, Sari, what the fuck?
Sari's. Um, Sari, you're starting to sort of sense of power. And it's a bit giddy. Kind of. You kind of have this "I'm invincible" thing that coming over you. You can embrace it, or you can resist it by rolling this.
She's going to embrace it.
Oh my.
So with this new sense of invincibility and control the world, what do you do with that power?
Do I feel the stuff on me, or do I just feel like invincible?
Absolutely invincible. All of a sudden, those ears, like grasping at your neck, feel like they're just gently petting your hair, like a loving way.
So she's just gonna kind of like pet the hands that she feels on herself and like very gently, like in a way of saying thank you. And other than that, she's just gonna stay where she is for now.
As Sari does that, Ping and both have this um, heavy pit in your stomach kind of feel such. And the air around you seems.
Ew.
Yeah. And Ping, it's going to be your turn.
Now I'm not feeling the fingers.
Oh, you are. They're
I
just
am?
not. They're not grabbing you. Just feel touching on the back of your neck.
Can I swing my cane to bap at it behind me?
Yes, you can. That would be just a physical. With a, I'd say you could one hand attack or your one.
Let's see here.
On the plus side, Ping, you can't see anything because it's so dark. So
Yeah, so I'm fine. The dark isn't scary to me, but how do I do an attack?
so physical attribute. So that score is plus any training that you have into melee. Then of course your
Okay, my melee. Okay, hold up. I'm stupid. So 1d6 plus 1.
that would be damage. Single attack melee tight stick. You have 3 training points into that.
Uh-huh.
Plus your 1. 1d plus 4.
It'll be what? Sorry.
1d20
was
plus 4.
1d20 plus 4. And how do I do that again? I type.
So slash roll 1d20.
I'll be right back.
And I think it's plus 4 right after. Space plus.
Base plus 4.
Worst case scenario.
True. Oh. Oh, did I not put a space? So 10 plus 4 would be 14.
So yeah, swing around. The finger. But Sari, you again, the surge of confidence.
Back.
And feel giddy again. And Ping, the fingers stop touching, but you don't feel like you impacted solid. May have just well have just swung at a cloud.
Weird.
Call this the darkness. The darkness. And now not just Sari, but all of you. Come to me or laugh at each other. And mixed in there's also a couple of just let go, surrender, give in.
Can all you hear that?
I'm giving you the look that says, "What do you think?" But I know you can't see it. Well, you can't see it because you're wearing the you still
blindfold,
have that
but it's
thing
also
that
dark.
Vinny gave you, the
Yeah.
blindfold.
You also can't see
Yeah.
each other because it's black.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, what do you think?
I'm just checking.
Minerva does chime in at that point. That seems like a valid question at this point. Yes, we heard it. You're gonna shoot. Okay. And next. They're all one. Denny.
On your left, guys.
Okay. So, Vinny is okay. There's two things that Vinny wants to do. One, pull out of the thing, and then two, grab Sari.
Okay.
If at all possible.
Can do one of those. Well, you
Okay.
could try using a bonus action to give yourself an extra action.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I remember
you can
now that that's a thing that
Yeah.
exists. Okay, so strength roll. Okay, so for strength, that is might, right? Yeah, 28.
28. Yeah. Pull it free, a loud noise,
Ew.
and just feels freezing cold. But you pull it out, and
Okay.
yeah, if you want to try to grab Sari as well,
Okay.
it'll be a might roll.
Okay, 15.
Yep.
Okay. And then might, you said?
Yes.
All right, that's a 33.
Jeez.
He's a man of steel up in this grill.
Yeah. So, Sari, that's cool. Might.
Okay. Even if she's not gonna resist?
If you're not gonna resist, then
Yeah, she feels so powerful right now that she just is like, I could get away whenever I want. So I'm
okay.
fine.
Okay. And Vinny, you've got a good arm. Sari, it's your turn.
What?
Sari's turn.
Oh.
Okay. Is the party, are we all still moving towards, like, the voices, or has everybody stopped?
I think everyone has pretty much stopped at this point. Tried to find the way back and found it. Started to turn towards the way. That's when all of this started. I'm pretty sure no one is actually back yet. All stopped.
So,
You
at
are
this
fully
point,
aware of where the exit to the...
is that where the voices are coming from?
Say that last part one more time.
Is that where the voices are coming from, the exit?
No, the voices are coming from deeper in darkness.
Okay. So she's gonna start to try and like just slither out of Vinny's grip.
Okay. Are you wanting to push your way out, or slip out unnoticed?
Slip out unnoticed.
Blend in. +10.
That didn't really roll like bounced. Okay. Well, the bounce was better. Okay. 20.
Vinny, light roll, -10.
Oh. I said, okay, that's a -10, right?
Yeah. Situational bonuses and...
No, I see. Gotcha. Sight. Well, that, my friend, is a 36 normally, so it would be a 26.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say
As long as
36 with
no
the minus
one-
10. I was like, I'm calling shenanigans on that one.
No.
I'm pretty sure that's mathematically impossible. No, that's
Mathematically, I'm hilarious.
Okay, so you do notice Sari is still able to slip out of your grip. Seemingly inexplicably holding on,
Nice.
and then all of a sudden you're not. But you're very much aware of the fact that you're no longer holding, and you can kind of sense the direction.
Okay.
So Sari, what are you out of the?
So she's gonna head deeper towards the voices, and she's gonna call out, "Come get me!"
Great. Okay. King.
Okay, so
Heard all of that.
yes. Vinny, did you lose your child again?
What? Sister? Yes. Close enough to sister. And I wouldn't say lost. I know where she is.
Do you though?
I know where she is.
Also, would you all like a bit of a
Sure.
Sure.
So keeping in mind that you are in a mental plane, specifically inside Sari's mind, physical things not have the same effect that they would in reality. Physical. So
She can basically do whatever she wants.
So you may want to try other techniques, non-physical techniques to fight this situation. That's all.
Would our minds work within the mindscape? Like, obviously, she can think things up. Can we do the same thing?
Absolutely try. If you wanted to try to conjure something.
Hi, Glitch.
I'm gonna say an education roll.
Okay.
Bit of a weird one, but
I'll take it.
Not the injured.
18.
nice. What are you trying to do exactly?
I'm going to put Sari right back at our side again. Put her back.
Okay. Sari, give me an.
13.
Okay. So yeah, you focus and concentrate hard. Sarah, yeah, you find yourself not quite right next to Pam, but a lot closer to everyone than you
Did it work?
feel that you could.
Did what work? Did what? It's dark, right? So.
Yeah. Well, I think that we can use our own minds in this mindscape to get what we want, like Sari can.
You mean like
Think real hard.
use our imagination?
Yeah.
Oh my fuck. Oh god. You may as well be asking me to build a rocket.
Well, you can do that now. Use your imagination.
Okay. This is going to be fun. All right.
Heck yeah, it is.
Because he is such a literal thinker. Oh my god. Okay.
All
hold on.
right. So, that the last thing that you're gonna move around at all, or just
I'll call out for Sari. You there?
Sari, realizing that their voices are closer than they were, she's just gonna be very, very quiet.
Darkness's turn. Beckoning all of you. Darkness. The rest of it. Surrender. Just give up. Those are louder.
Okay. Okay, that is
25.
Nice.
21.
Yeah,
We'll go up one.
Yay!
Yay!
2.
Wasn't Vinny at 4 already?
No, we decided.
Excuse me. 3.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We decided to meet in the middle there.
Yeah.
Fair.
Vinny's turn next.
Okay.
Vinny, you can imagine things. You can imagine that.
Well, the first thing he's going to imagine is a big old fire between him and the darkness, or between them and the darkness. So
When
he
you
can see
say-
things.
You say big old fire. Do you mean campfire, bonfire?
Like, I mean, like a
wall of
fire,
fire?
maybe, yeah, maybe about to hip length.
Okay.
That's what he imagines. Because he
Aw,
imagines,
yeah.
like burning this stuff. He wants to see, he wants to hurt this stuff.
Okay, give me.
Would that hurt Sari?
That's a good question.
You told him
Guess
to
we'll find
imagine
out.
something!
Of course you set it on fire.
Okay. Education roll on that one.
Are you really surprised?
I shouldn't
Okay.
be.
That's 16.
So it doesn't have quite the desired effect. Not so much a wall of fire as it just is sort of like a small column of fire. If you had to put it on like a grid, I'd say it's like squares long.
Huh.
And it's
Okay.
about waist height. But it's enough illumination that everyone decently well for a ways. And Sari. Sari, you don't feel any pain or that, but you suddenly feel
Crack with the end of round 2.
Are you guys coming?
Coming where?
There! And she points towards deeper into that area.
What's in there, Sari?
Don't you hear them?
Sari, give
Oh my gosh, I freaking hate my dice. Okay. Or they hate me, I guess. 9.
So yeah, you're pretty sure the voices that are off in that direction have stops for you. Feel great about this decision to go deeper into the darkness.
Well, Sari, the only things I'm hearing are ominous death whispers, and I can't say I'm too keen on going closer to that.
Yeah, but how bad could it be?
You cut out.
But we're just in my mind, aren't we? How bad could it be?
Honey, I mean this in the nicest way possible. Really bad. You face some trauma, and I'm not a doctor of psychology, but I do know that trauma messes up and puts dark places in your brain.
But where else are we gonna go? We've already been that way.
We have.
Vinny found the way out, right?
Yeah, you found the way back to the trail, and the trail was actually leading a destination. Not sure where, but it was definitely progress.
We're going to go back to the trail.
Works for me.
Okay.
Should Vinny unimagine his fire?
Well, the fire's in front of the shadow stuff, which is the opposite direction of where we need to go, right?
Yes, but and Sarah.
Okay. It's not Vinny's turn, is it? Can Vinny imagine
Question?
Sari by him?
It is Vinny's turn.
Okay. Well, then he's
It
going.
would normally take you a bonus action, but I'm just...
Okay. So he's going to do that. He's going to try to bring Sari to him with a handcuff between him and her. Like,
Okay.
stop running off. Oh, that's a nat 20! Oh, good!
So yeah, Sari can try to resist that if you'd like.
Nah.
So yep, Sari is handcuffed to your arm now. Standing right next to you.
He actually is surprised that there is actually a handcuff there, and he's like, I just thought that. Oh. Well,
Imagination, Vinny.
well, it's
So-
not dangerous to wander off, so might as well.
So you manage to get back to the trail. Step back onto the trail from back behind you where the darkness. Hear this? Be back.
Oh.
Whose brain gremlin is that?
And yeah, on the tree. It's a little bit brighter, a little lighter. The tree thin out, and more of like a plain. Come across this. It looks like a big gateway somewhere. You can't really see anything on it other than just more open. You can even walk around it if you wanted to. But it does look like it's supposed to be.
Okay, Vinny remembers last time he tried to open a gate, although he feels like a cape would fit just perfect in there. But he's not going to do that. He is going to just walk through and see what that does.
I'll follow right behind Finn, or do you kind of wait and see what happens?
I'm gonna wait.
As disappears, or well, I guess Sarah, you're handcuffed to your arm, so you kind of don't have a choice, unless you want to try to stop Vinny from going through.
Oh, she's all for it.
Okay. And yeah, so Harry, see this. See them disappear as soon as they vanish. And then so this suddenly alleyway, and there's cameras. Where Riley, Alice, and Arya suddenly have this vision, seeing Sari and Vinny standing in an alleyway. And like you're watching it.
What's going on? Do you see that? Yeah. Weird.
I love that. Just a basic, yeah, weird.
Well,
As
I mean, what else are they gonna do? They can't do anything. They're just watching.
it's almost like you're just watching this on a goes up and as you see them walking around, Vinny and see the cameras following you every step of the way. And Arya and Alice suddenly hear that a people walk around it. You can either side of it, closed door.
So Maria's gonna look at Alice and ask her, "Do you want to go through the doors?"
Alice is gonna look at Maria.
Are you gonna come with me? Yeah, we're gonna go together. Like always. Okay, let's go. They're gonna step through the door.
As you um Vinny see the door in front of you, Alice and Mark slam shut behind you. King, how long following through? Follow through.
Am I still with like Minerva and Thomas?
Yeah,
And everyone?
they're all just sort of see what happens.
Well,
Minerva, Thomas are not quite as confident here to try things in this space,
fair,
making them rather uncomfortable.
fair. Um, yeah, I'll go through.
All these cameras. Two of them are still not moving. The rest of them are following. Notice that Alice and Maria here again.
Ah, weird.
Hey, look, Maria, it's our friends.
So is this still part of her mindscape?
Definitely.
Surveillance, I suppose. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Allie continues on down the road. What do you do?
Well, so far it seems that the road is the right way to go, and off the road is not where to go. So, Vinny's gonna stay on the road.
Same.
Eventually, up at the end. Right or the wall. Uh, Alice, Maria, Seraph. Discipline check.
You did that just as I closed my character sheet on purpose, I swear.
Sorry.
13.
9.
Dirty 20.
So, Sari, Alice, and Maria feel very uncomfortable here. All have this sort of sudden sense of dread. The best analogy would be like when you're suddenly faced with the thought of your own mortality in a very positive way. So you're very uncomfortable around these doors. King, you also have this sort of sense of impending death. It's kind of what you're feeling. You can't really explain why, but it's making you comfortable. King, you're at a 1 now. Benny, you're fine. But Sari, Maria, and Alice, you can tell that this is metaphorically and literally end of the line.
Can Vinny roll gut feeling to kind of get a feeling as well? Like, what
Yes.
do those two go through the door? Do we go through the door? Okay. That is a 24.
I have a feeling that door that's gonna be left on the other side.
Okay.
And the other two will be left here. Mindscape seems to be partially collapsing. Whether they die, etc., you're not sure. But they definitely they won't be able to kind of come out like.
Okay. Well, I mean, Vinny made his choice. He looks at Sari again, like, okay. And then he looks at, well, us, Alice, and Maria. But first, he's got to get rid of this thing. It's his handcuff to Sari. He's like, wait, how do I? Oh, Ping, you're the one who.
Imagine it gone.
Okay.
Education roll.
Are you smarter than the handcuffs?
Okay, education roll. That is a dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, they vanish.
He's like, oh, okay, good. So, he does. He steps up to the two of them and, kneels again, and he's like, okay, this is goodbye for you.
Alice looks over to Maria. He's like, are you going too?
No, I'm staying here with you.
Oh, good. I won't be alone.
No. You won't be alone ever again.
It was nice knowing you girls.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And so, with that, I mean, he already gave Mario a hug, and he's not a huggy person exactly. So unless Mario stops him, he's gonna walk over to Seraphim's door.
So Maria is actually going to chase after Vinny and give him a big hug and say goodbye.
And
Thanks
Aww.
for coming.
what was that last thing?
Thanks for coming back for me.
he hugs her back hard and says, "Of course I did. You know I would. You knew I would."
Maria's just gonna, after they're done hugging, just move back towards Alice and hold her hand.
Unless
Oh, Vinny is gonna hold out his hand to Sari again.
Sarah will take it and walk through with him.
Okay.
Ping will follow.
as collapsed on the and well, would you recognize as part of the Clark estate? Woken up on this floor before. I think, or maybe that was the other group.
I thought that was
Fit-
Joan.
Okay, so yeah,
Or just Joan.
Ping and Joan
But I'm assuming I'm blind again now.
are blind again. This carpet feels familiar on your face. Like, this carpet feels familiar. I've slept on this floor before. So, yeah, you all wake up. Definitely blind again.
Woo!
Good.
There he goes.
That was great.
When it gets cool
and
enough, I'll set up in my art room, and this will never be a problem again.
It's not a problem. It's funny. And then Sari, you not perfectly stable, but you feel much more. Are gone. Able to think. And have this strange sense of loneliness. But put it simply, better.
Okay.
A sight check.
20, dirty 20.
You gotta say it with an accent, dude. They're T20. Nice. Okay, for sight. That's 29.
Sort of opal stone round. It looks kind of like not set in the metal, sparkly galaxy stone, and it's whole and it's round.
So Vinny looks at it. I guess he kind of gets up, and then he's like, "Minerva, is that your thing?"
And nods and, oh hey Gwen, hey, glad you're home early. So yeah, Minerva's like, yes, that's it. I can remember everything now. She just kind of looks at her arms and kind of jumps up and down a little bit, and she's like,
But don't leave it on the floor.
a little more solid. Snatches it up and all right, where's the music box? I need to put it back in there for safety.
It's is it Vinny or Ping who has it right now?
Ping has it.
Thing.
Okay.
I've got it right here.
Ping, as you go to your there.
I don't know why, but as soon as Ping gets that look on her face, like, oh, it's not here, immediately Vinny looks at Sari.
Who took the music box?
I don't have it.
Thomas.
I'm just like, don't look at me.
I'm
Sari?
not looking at anyone.
Sari, hey, arm, I think, in this case. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Oh gosh. Nat 1.
So, yeah, Sarah's like, I don't have it. I mean, why would I, the perfect angel, have the big important thing? You guys are crazy. You're
So,
all
Vinny
100%
just-
positive she has it.
Yeah, Vinny just holds out his hand and kind of does an eye roll.
Wait, do I actually have it?
Yeah, you do. Because like 2 or 3 episodes ago, you're like, I want to magic it out
I
of.
still had it.
Yeah, you do.
I didn't know if I still had it or I put it somewhere. Okay.
You still got it. I'm assuming you didn't put it somewhere.
I want to hold it.
Better that Minerva has it.
I think Minerva has to hold it.
Minerva.
We'll give you something else to hold. How about that? I have a hand.
Cut out.
What
What
did
was
you
that?
say?
And I want that shiny stone.
It was like, nope. Nobody else is touching this but me from now on.
And nobody's
So-
touching this but me from now on.
How about this? Vinny turns to Ping. It's like, what about that other shiny stone?
Do I still have that?
Thomas has that. It's how
Yeah,
you all
oh,
got
Thomas.
here.
Okay.
Plus, I would not give that to Sari for anything.
She already has one. Wait. Oh.
Thomas is like, we had more Clarkium the whole time and no.
Never mind. Just, it's fine. Give her the shiny stone. Other shiny stone.
Thomas is like, no. Like, to put it in my time terms, this is plutonium. Pointing to the stone on his gauntlet, the Clarkium. Like, I'm not giving this to a kid.
What the hell? Do you hear that, Raven?
No.
It's like somebody's trying to knock our whole house down.
Rude.
If I take my
But
headphones off, I
fireworks
can.
right by. Fireworks right by our house, though. That's a little loud for fireworks too. Whew. Okay.
Gunshots?
No, not. It's bigger boom than that. House shaking boom, not a gunshot boom.
Oh, okay.
Artillery fire?
There you go.
I sure hope not. Thanks. Well, it stopped, so I think we're good. But that did give me the spook.
So, Minerva's holding onto her stone. Thomas is like, no, I'm not giving a child Clarkium.
Okay, so Vinny's going to try to do something.
Oh
Okay.
dear. that
So, Vinny-
statement always comes before something very interesting. I'm gonna try to do something.
Vinny is going to try to steal Sari's necklace from her pocket.
Good luck. Nimble and blend in. I assume you're wanting to do it without being caught.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, believe it or not, that's something that Vinny has really high and hasn't used in a long time.
Do your blend in first.
Okay.
I gotta confirm kill with the crossbow.
Okay, that is 25.
Okay. Sari, do a sight roll. Also, is that a Naruto?
Yes, I made it.
It's amazing.
I was wondering the same thing.
19.
So yeah, you don't notice. So Vinny, do a nimbleness and don't botch.
29.
Yep, you get it, no problem.
Okay, so he takes it, and then Vinny steps in front of Sari and says, Sari, give back what belongs to Minerva, and I'll give back what belongs to you. And he holds up the necklace.
Fine. Give me
Fine.
the necklace first.
Give Minerva the box. Oh, here. You know what? He hands Minerva the necklace.
It's like, ooh, I could do all sorts of stuff with this.
Mm-hmm. And he says, now give it to Minerva, and Minerva will give you that necklace.
How about she gives me the necklace instead of pretending it's hers?
Oh my god.
Minerva just pinches the bridge of her nose, holds onto the Clarkium, starts to glow red, and she does a thing.
Uh-oh.
So, Sari, fence roll. 29.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Okay. You're suddenly... Are you holding the box out, or how are you holding?
I'm holding it close to my chest.
Basically encased in ice for the most part. Anything that you can really do is your arms enough to let go of the box, and there's like a little ice slide, so that if you do let go, it'll just gently slide down to Minerva's feet. And she just kind of chuckles and goes, "You gotta love Clarkium."
You will give it back once she drops the box, right?
Well, I did say I would, so against my better judgment, yes, I will.
Good. How about this? If she doesn't give it back when you drop the box, I'll shoot her.
Sari then will lets go of the box.
Vinny kind of gets this kind of funny grin. Like, that worked, and I love you for that.
So Minerva quickly scoops up the box, puts the stone into it, and quickly secures it into her own bag. And then sets the Clarkium necklace into Sari's hand. There you go. You're still encased in ice.
You're going to break the ice, right?
Oh, I never said I would do that.
Minerva?
She needs a timeout.
Minerva, it's not nice to parent other people's children. It's rude.
She's not my child, but yes, that.
Well, she's even less Minerva's. So
Minerva's like, fine. She waves her hand and the ice just melts. And so, Sarah, you are kind of drenched in water now. But you're free. Oh, your face is priceless. It's so great. It was like, there. Now we can go kill my husband.
Yay!
So, it is a little bit later in the day, so probably kind of tired at this point. But yeah, you've managed to retrieve Stone. Gotten Sari out and saved her from dying, basically. As her mind was collapsing. And yeah, Minerva kind of leads you all different part of the building where there's sort of in a time bubble. See out the window, tell that it's still 36 out there. Inside, it's in the 1900s, early 1900s. Have sort of a shelter from everything that's out there. It would be camp out for the night, but before you all go to sleep, Thomas chime in and go, "All right, we game plan. Pretty much know where Xander is. I'm whole again, and I have Clarkium, so I'm going to be." Kind of pause and goes, "I'm not sure if I'm as powerful as, or more powerful than Xander, but close. I think with all of us we can take. How do we want to do this?"
Whatever we plan to do. Can I shoot him?
Well, I imagine the
please.
bullets were going to be a big part of the equation.
Good. That's all I'm concerned about. Maybe twice for good measure. Once for me, once for Sari.
Just kind of laughs and pulls the Tommy gun off her back. Has like a drum clip, and she's like, "I'm planning on more than once or twice."
Okay. Good.
Ooh.
Oh god.
Sari, no. I'll get you up. Here. In fact, he reaches and unclips his combat knife and gives it to Sari.
Minerva just watches this and goes,
"Don't stab my leg. Don't stab my leg this time."
"Didn't she stab you with that?"
Yeah, no, this one's mine.
Right.
Now the child has two knives.
Goody.
As long as
Three knives.
What?
4.
That's good. That's why you're gone, buddy.
Was the last part of what you said?
One more, and then it will be complete.
What? What?
What is it?
She's gone. It's just like she's just done. She's said her thing.
Okay.
It's of no consequence, but it's just a thing.
Okay. Well, just promise
It
not to
was
stab
like-
me this time.
And we're sure that she's gonna be on board with this whole Bill Xander plan.
Are you on board with the kill Xander plan? You're gonna
Xander.
stab him? The doctor that had you locked up for so long?
Fucked up your mind.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean,
Like the one who essentially made.
Wanna go kill God? Yeah, let's do it.
a little bit
Ugh.
complicated.
Oh, the music.
I don't think you can kill God.
Depends on who you ask.
There was like, okay, fair. We're going to go kill Daddy.
Daddy.
You're okay with that, right?
Kind of an awful man.
I wouldn't even say he deserves the title, Daddy.
Okay.
Vinny sighs. He feels like this is gonna have to be a little bit of a let me help you through this. And he looks at Sari and says, listen, I am your family. Do you trust me?
Will you shoot who I want you to shoot?
That's an open-ended question.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like her, and she points towards Minerva. Like when she took my things.
Took your what?
My things. My necklace.
Yes, if she does something very bad that will hurt you, I promise that I will shoot her.
Quince is so stressed right now and I'm not even playing. So Minerva goes, I'm not going to actually hurt her. I mean, hell, if Xander's basically dead. Oh god, that makes me mother. And she just sort of like has a sort of like blank stare at the ground for a minute, like, oh god.
Mazel tov.
That's so great.
Family reunion.
Thank you, I guess.
You're welcome.
And that would make
I'm not
Thomas.
calling you mommy.
That would make Thomas your half brother.
She's gonna like jump on Minerva.
And Minerva's just like, Hat. Like this sort of like the way you would hug a sopping wet child that you've never met in your life that just randomly came up to you and hugged you. She's like super uncomfortable, just like there.
And so Vinny says, I promise, Sari, I will shoot whoever tries to hurt you. Okay?
It's not exactly what I wanted, but it's close enough.
Good.
Minerva just kind of nods and goes, yes, I'll do the same. And Xander certainly wants to hurt you. Maybe not physically, but whatever he does, it'll definitely will not be best interest.
Mm-hmm. I know some of these words.
Oh no.
Oh. So she just kind of gives Sari a little hug back. It's still awkward, but it's less forced this time. And
What's a mom?
Well,
Like, scientifically?
Minerva, Minerva, what's a mom?
she looks at Thomas, and Thomas is like, don't look at me. You were disappeared most of my life.
So not her.
She's like, an adult family, generally male, cares about you and tries to take care of you and grow up.
At this point, Vinny's your mom.
Sarah, does Ping actually say that?
What?
Did Ping actually say that?
Yeah, by that definition.
Yeah. There's
So
like,
Sari just kind of nods and looks at Ping and is like, turns back to Vinny and is like, Mom.
Yep.
Call me Big Brother, okay?
Minerva just looks at Vinny and is like, oh, come on, mommy. Minerva just says, yes, Vinny is like your mom, and we'll call me your aunt. Go with that.
In your case, brother and mom, I guess, are the same thing, but I would prefer being called brother. He's like, I can't fucking believe I'm going with this.
Gwen's dying. Gwen just said I'm dead. Right, so now that we got everyone's eternal titles out, so I think now that my stone's packed, he won't see me coming. So
Good.
probably be in the asylum. I don't think he would have left, not with all of us in the area. So tomorrow, do we just and guns up and have a better plan?
Sounds amazing.
All right, well, get some sleep. Kind of leads you all to a hallway full of guest quarters. They're early 1900s for gas lamps and things like that. Electricity or anything in the part, but it's comfortable and clean, and
There's another one.
relatively speaking, it's not old.
It's handy.
New, it's
You got
just
this. You got EDs.
you're back in past bubble, isn't it?
Yay, bed.
So does everyone go to sleep? Or anything else you want to do?
There's one more thing that I guess Vinny wants to do beforehand. And he actually goes over to and sits beside, I guess, the bed, whatever bed Ceres claimed. And he says, I want to give you a new name.
But I like my name.
But it's the name that someone bad gave you.
But it's my name.
Do you really like it?
Yeah.
Okay, if it's what you want.
Well, what name were you going to give me?
That is such a serious response. I love it.
I don't know if I want to tell you now.
Okay, what if I give you a new name?
Is it Mom?
Okay. If I give you a new name, you can give me a new name as long as it isn't stupid.
No deal. Ratman.
What? I already go by that. Sometimes. Like,
Ratman.
so Vinny just shakes his head. He's like, I was thinking Hope.
Aww, that's...
Can I do both names?
Yeah. How about I call you Hope, and you can go by whatever you want, or you can tell people what you want to go by, whether it's Hope or Sari.
And I will call you Ratman.
Uh, are you? Are, do I have to?
Or Whiskers.
Uh, Vinny's fine.
um,
Check my contents in my bag, make sure everything's in order.
steal some.
He stole pills.
The pills that he gave to everybody, but I don't think he returned them.
So that stuff. That's where Vinny got the pills from.
Well, figures. Not a big deal though.
Not that. Fall asleep. Sari start to dream. And the happy memory, thoughts, and as you do, by Alice, Aria, invite you to go. Part of you present, find them.
Sari's eyes kind of well up with tears, and she just gets this big grin on her face, and she just runs off with them to go play.
That may be it. Alice and Aria, Sari, as were in her, and the hills where memories, fantasies, that's a part of her, and that find that guy. Part of her.
I hear you just fine.
Yeah, everything's fine on my end.
He knows where you are. Alright, he's up.
Hello?
He's coming down.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
That's the diffuser.
I actually can't hear on the stream. Actually, wait, never mind. I have the site muted. Wait, let me try one.
They've got it on my.
Okay, yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Cool. So, all right, awesome. So for you, Quinn, real quick. Sari steps through the door. The scene, and Alice and Maria are there. Part of her, they're fine. They didn't die, and that can always find them in plain. They're part of her inner self, all in her conscious. That's where we're gonna end. Next week will be the finale.
Woo!
Try and kill Xander.
Whee!
But thank you all. That was fantastic. Well done. Especially Riley with playing essentially 3 characters that are all the same person.
Yep.
Sheesh.
Take 2 was fun.
So yeah, we'll wrap opposite direction. Riley, out.
So I'm Riley. I'm a knit and crochet designer. You can see a lot of my stuff on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll put one or both of those links out there. And then that moment towards the beginning between Vinny and Maria, actually, that was pretty touching.
Feels.
Seriously.
So many feels.
So many feels. And then when Sari decided to call him Ratman.
That was super.
Rude.
So yeah.
Favorite part?
What?
My favorite part was poor Ping being useful for once and figuring out we can use our imaginations.
Oh my gosh.
That was pretty great.
But yeah, I don't really have much of a presence on the web right now. Just you can find me on Instagram at Arachne Queen. I put art on there, different things like that, and I'll throw a link or I'll throw that screen name in there. But yeah, good times.
Deagle!
Okay, there we go. How about now? That should work now. I think Streamlabs kind of tweaked my noise gate settings further.
A little too much?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hopefully that wasn't all throughout the episode because okay, good. All right, so finally, Rowan, a little bit about you and what's your favorite part?
I'm Rowan North. I'm a freelance illustrator, educator, and writer, I guess. But you can find all my social media and things like that on my website, which is roanoillustrations.org. I will post a link in a second. My favorite part, the goodbye between Sari and Maria and Vinny. That was rough. But and then I think it's Vinny, just like Mr. Literal Thinker. Like the moment with the handcuffs was pretty great because he's just like, it'd be better if you had handcuffs so you didn't run away anywhere. And then suddenly they've got their handcuffs. Oh, that was so good.
That was pretty great.
All right.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, like I said, we'll wrap it up there. We'll go do a quick raid. Find somebody to raid here. But yeah, we'll be back for the finale next week. Next Saturday, same time, and that'll be our last episode for season 1 of Badlands. We'll wrap everything up.
Aren't we starting that one later?
Because you're right. Let me check my notes here. I believe are correct. Yeah, we're gonna start that at 8 p.m. Mountain Time instead of 7. So the next episode will be a little bit later, same day but a little bit later time. And then got like a week break there, and then so there'll be a week break on the 28th. But then starting on October 5th will be the first episode of season 2, which is gonna be Badlands Before the Fracture, which kind of happens before all of the stuff here happened. So it'll be pretty interesting. But let's go raid. Looks like Georgie's streaming right now, so we'll go raid, and then our raid call is gonna be Ratman.
Banana? Did you say banana?
Yeah, and then we'll see you all next time.
Darn, y'all making me emotional.
It's your own fault.